Hi, I'm Justine Louise. Welcome to my channel. So today I am going to show you guys the second half of my Sephora VIB haul. I actually have a few more things arriving that haven't arrived yet, but I just thought I would film this today because some of the things are going back. So let's start off first with the elephant in the room, and that is my hair. So I mentioned in my last haul that I was going to get some of the T3 curling irons because normally I wear my hair poker straight if you're not familiar with my channel, and I've just recently started curling it, and I've been using my flat iron and I was finding it quite tricky, and I thought I need to go back to the traditional method of using a actual curling iron because I just want kind of beachy waves. So I ordered some T3's, and I'll kind of go through the ones I ordered. And I think I'm going to stick with the flat iron because the flat iron kind of gives me those kinks with the blunt edge, which is kind of the look I'm going for, not the Mrs. Brady from the Brady Bunch. I feel like I'm stepped out of a time warp from the 50s with this bouffant hairstyle, and I think maybe my hair, because it's so short, it isn't intended for a curling iron to get that kind of texture that I'm trying to get. So anyway, starting from the beginning, when the VIB sale came on, that's kind of when I started wearing my hair a little bit curly. I'm just kind of over blow drying it straight right now. I'm just sick of it. Even though curling takes just as long, I'm just done with drying my hair. So I thought, you know what, maybe I'm going to buy a T3 because I've heard that they're really good for your hair. They work really well. Everybody raves about them, and they don't damage your hair. So I scouted it out, and there was one that was brand new to Sephora. It just launched, and it was a T3, and it was an old-fashioned traditional clamp because I have tried wands before and I always end up burning myself. I think there's a real knack to it, and especially with short hair, it's really tricky. I think they're more intended for long-haired people. So I figured this would be the perfect iron for me. Well, lo and behold, I had it in my cart on Thursday, waiting for the sale to start on Friday. Thursday night at 9 o'clock, it was sold out. So I was thinking, who on earth would buy this? It was expensive. It was $150. Who on earth would buy this the night before the sale was supposed to start? So I was totally perplexed and distraught because it's bedtime and I'm supposed to be buying my stuff early in the morning for the sale. So I quickly started researching what other curling irons they had. Now, of course, they had the sets that are like $350 with all the interchangeable heads. And I thought, I really don't need a big collection. This is just a passing fancy of curling my hair. I'm not investing $350 on one of those. So I started looking, and I noticed that there was something similar to the clamp iron that I was looking at. This is called the Bodywaver. And I thought, well, this is a clamp curling iron. It's just a little bit bigger of a barrel. This one here I think is 1.25, and this one I think is a 1.75. So when I was reading the reviews and reading more about this, this is actually meant to give your hair the look of a blowout. It's not a curling iron. So that really intrigued me, and I watched a couple of YouTube videos. I was quickly looking because I normally go to bed and I'm trying to figure out what I'm going to buy the next morning before it sells out. And a lady I really love watching, her name is Marnie Goldberg, and she was using this, and she has quite a bit longer hair than me. So what it does is it flat irons your hair, but then gives it lots of volume and body. And I thought, you know, maybe this would be the better iron for me because traditionally I do wear my hair in the smooth, straight hairstyle. This is just a passing fancy. So I thought maybe I should get this one instead and then forget about a clamp curling iron. So I put this one in my cart, and then as I was looking as well, there was another clamp curling iron which is this one, and it's the one that has interchangeable heads. So it comes automatically with the head that I wanted, but then I did have the option later on, if I want to try different barrels, I could add it to this base. Now this one was considerably more expensive than the one that was the all-in-one unit, but this was sold out and probably not going to come back in stock over the sale, because Sephora is notorious for that. I can't tell you how many back in stock emails I got after the sale finished on this past Tuesday. It was like ping, ping, ping. They bring everything back. Anyway, so I ordered this one even though it was a lot more expensive, and I thought, well, at least I have one, and if the other one doesn't come in stock, at least I got this at a bit of a discount. So then a day and a half later, then this one comes back in stock and on the sale page, but still the same price. So I have no idea, but anyway, I ordered it. This was supposed to be my top choice. So obviously I was going to return the one with the different barrel, because this was a lot more expensive, and I really don't need the option to change heads, because I know I'm not going to be trying different barrel sizes. So this one arrived, and the Bodywaver, which I have a feeling I would probably get more long-term use out of it. I haven't tried this one yet, but I did try this guy today, and this is what I ended up with. I hate it. First of all, I just blanked how to use a curling iron. I haven't used one since my teens, and I started and I thought, how the hell do you do this? And I've just blanked. So I did take a little bit of time to practice and get going with it. But first of all, I burnt my head right here severely. I'm probably going to have a big blister. I think it's just because my hair is so short. It just, a curling iron is not the method, I think, to get the beachy waves I'm looking for. The other thing I don't like about it is it just gave curls similar to the curls I would get from using hot rollers. Now, I own a set of hot rollers, and I do enjoy sometimes having some big Texas hair and lots of volume, but I can just use those. So if I want that kind of look, which I'm not in the mood for right now, I'm looking more for a blunt with kinky, beachy waves, which I seem to be getting, and I'm getting more of the hang of it with my flat iron. So using this, I got these curls, and as you can see, I don't even really have any curls. When I first did it, it did have a bit of curl, and it was big, and like I said, almost like a hot roller kind of a look. I literally did this an hour ago because I filmed something just before this, and the curls are gone. They're literally gone. And I did use product, and I will show you what product I've used. And the curl has fallen out. It's too big, too bouffant. I just really don't like it. The things I do like about it, obviously, is the aesthetic. Who doesn't like white and rose gold? It's just gorgeous. It doesn't damage your hair, apparently. And the clamp is much easier to use than a wand, although, like I said, I still did get burned. But what I did like is when you pass it through your hair and then twist, is it almost flat ironed your hair and made all your hair really smooth. So if you have a bit of frizzy hair, this would work really, really nicely, and then give you those nice voluminous curls. So that part I did find quite nice, but I just didn't like the effect of these curls and the lack of longevity. So this is definitely going back. And on a side note, I did order for my mom for Mother's Day, and hopefully she's not watching this. She doesn't really watch many of my videos. I ordered her this same one, but the wand, for Mother's Day, because she said all her friends at work, they're all young girls, always say that the wand is the best for beachy waves, and my mom has long hair, so I think she'll be able to maneuver it a bit better than... and she doesn't want the clamp because she says the clamp leaves a bend. I didn't notice that. But anyway, she said she likes the wand, so I've ordered her a wand. And it was on the sale page, so I really scored. So I got that for my mom. And I'll let you guys know if she enjoyed it. So anyway, out of these 3 irons, this 100% is going back. That is the, it has the base with the interchangeable barrels. This is going back. I just really did not enjoy it. And then I'm going to try this Bodywaver. and I will show you guys what the effect on that one looks like and my opinion, so stay tuned. Hi guys, so I'm just jumping on here quick because I promised I would show you the look with the Bodywaver. So I just wanted to quickly jump in here and edit it inside my other video from yesterday just to show you guys the look with this Bodywaver and give you a little bit of a review on what I've think so far. So anyway, as I mentioned, this was on my radar because it's considered a gives you like a blowout look. It's not a curling iron. So as you can see, it is a huge barrel. I think it's 1.75. So unless you have super, super long hair, I don't think you could get a curl, and obviously not with my hair. So what it's intended to do, as I mentioned, is to give you the look of a blowout without actually doing a blowout. And while I am not trying this look at the moment, I'm into that blunt, beachy wave thing, but I know that's kind of temporary. This is pretty much how I normally wear my hair. This is a little bit too curled under for me, but I love this. This is pretty much giving me what I fight to try and get with a big round brush and a blow dryer. Now I know it's the same thing, but my arm just aches doing that rolling and brushing, and I'm just over it. I've had this haircut for 14 years, so all those blow dries added up is just too many for me to count. So I am excited to try a new product. So this is the iron right here. It is gorgeous. I mean, all the T3, the new white and rose gold, and it's got this, I don't know, is that called filigree kind of detail on it. It is spectacular. It heats up super, super fast. It doesn't give you a beeping noise. My GHD goes, which is kind of nice, but this heats up just as fast. I would say probably 30 seconds, but it gets a hell of a hot. I'm actually quite terrified of it. I definitely need some practice, that's for sure. And another thing is, I'm blind in one of my eyes, so I have no depth perception, so I really struggle. And it may not seem like you need it, but when you're back here and you're trying, I can't tell how far back the curling iron is when I'm looking in the mirror, and I'm always scared. So anyway, it just is going to take some practice for me to get used to it. But what I love about it is my hair's styled right now and it has a bit of product in it. But so I basically just start up here, and then you pull down like a flat iron, and then you curl up and then hold it. Now you're probably thinking, well, why don't you just use a flat iron? If I use a flat iron, as the word says flat iron, my hair is just stuck to my head. And I've tried, you know, pulling it out and down, but I still just can't get that voluminous look with a flat iron. And I love the look of the smooth, straight, but I don't want to give up volume. And I know I can use product and a bit of back combing and all that kind of stuff, but I would rather just done in one shot, the same way that my blow dryer and big, huge round brush would achieve, but just without the aching arms and shoulders. So I actually really, really enjoy this, and I am going to keep it. I'm going to keep practicing though, because it's, like I said, there's definitely a technique to it, and I've been watching some videos and so many people do different looks with it. But for me, I'm just going to have to stick with the same bob, but that's fine. And I just get this nice big volume. I do have a little bit of product in here, but the majority of this volume and shape is from the iron, and I know it's only going to get better once I get the technique down. So anyway, I just wanted to jump in here quick and let you guys know what I think of this T3. So at least one of them worked out for me, which is probably a good thing because these are pretty pricey, so I'm glad only one worked. So anyway, I'll let you get on with the rest of the video. Bye. So the next thing I bought, also from the VIB sale, and it was an impulse based on recommendations, is the Way Memory Mist. Now I'll be honest, I am not a fan of Way products. I've tried quite a few of them and none of them have wowed me. But a girl who I enjoy watching, Aglitterylife, she's a professional makeup artist in LA. I think she's the main makeup artist, I think, for Makeup Geek. She does a lot of stuff on Instagram with Makeup Geek. And I think she's also a trainer for Natasha Denona. So anyway, she has very straight hair and she does beachy waves. And she says, this is the most amazing stuff for keeping your waves. Now let's just say I did use this today and it didn't keep these. So I don't know if it's the product or the iron or what, but I'm definitely going to give it a try. I have tried it in the store a couple of times when I've done my kinky waves and they did last. So that's why I decided to actually purchase it. The smell is amazing. Now, normally I don't like any of the way product scents. They're just too floral and flowery. This one has a floral smell, but it's honeysuckle, and it's just divine. It's a sweet, well, you know what honeysuckle smells like. It's just a sweet, lovely, summery smell, and I really, really like it. So I'm going to give it a couple more tries at home. I think it was the curling iron that made my curls drop, not this, because as I mentioned, I did try it in the store a couple times and really enjoyed it. So that was an impulse buy, I know. And I also have hair products on my no buy list. It's on my samples. I've got so many hair things to get through, but I don't have anything that holds curl because I've never styled my hair like that before. So hopefully you guys will let me off on that. Then the next thing I got is the Nars Wanted Face Palette. Now, if you saw my previous video, I said I bought the Too Faced Natural Face Palette, and I was really, really disappointed in it. I was disappointed in the packaging as far as the mirror dropping, and the colors I didn't find were very suitable for me. One of the bronzers was shimmery and very rose, so I just did not enjoy the palette, and the thing I disliked the most was the highlighters. They were, I would say they were almost like a liquid because you could see the edges, so they didn't blend out nicely, and they all had holographic shifts, which I'm not a fan of. I like a shimmer that's sheer, if that helps. So I did end up returning that. A couple of people commented below saying, you know, you really should return it. As much as I hate returning products that I've used and are unsellable, I did feel that that just really underperformed, and I just knew I would never use it. So what I ended up doing was returning and exchanging it for this. This, of course, was a little bit more expensive, but it kind of worked out close to an exchange. So this is the Narcissist Wanted palette. I do own the Narcissist Most Wanted Eye palette, and I love it. So this, I'm assuming, is part of the collection. It's beautifully packaged, and it's quite petite, so it's a nice size if you travel. And it has some gorgeous wearable shades, with the exception of that lilac lavender. I don't think I'll get too much wear out of it. But the other colors for sure. I'm wearing it today. I'm actually mixed these two colors at the bottom and the highlighter. And I love this highlighter. It's nice and sheer. Just gives a tiny bit of shimmer, and that's all I'm looking for. I do not like when they've got a blue kind of holographic shift to them. That's just not my style. It's very pretty on some people, but just it's not for me. So I'm going to quickly swatch these. I believe 3 of them are matte shades, one's a shimmer. 4 of them are matte shades, sorry, I kind of exclude that lavender one because I don't think I'm really going to wear that. So that is the highlight. And I don't know if you guys can even really see this. Maybe I'll swatch these off camera. I find that kind of helps. I don't think my camera really zooms in enough. Yeah, I'm going to take a photo of these and show you guys the swatches. But it is a beautiful mirror. You could do your makeup in here if you were traveling and you didn't have a mirror in your room. This would work perfectly. It has a nice mix of colors that you can wear for all seasons. This is a really cute color for spring. It is a little on the bright side, especially when these are super, super pigmented, so you have to go in with a very light hand. And I haven't used that one yet, but I have used all 4 of these, and I'm very impressed. So I should have bought this in the first place and not that Too Faced one, but I was kind of on the fence, and Too Faced is cruelty-free, so I went that route and ended up being a little bit disappointed. So anyway, so I just thought I'd give you guys an update on that. And I just wanted to let you know that I also ordered, you guys are going to kill me, but I ordered a bunch of Pat McGrath Luxe Trance lipsticks. And when I say I bought a bunch, it's because their swatches online are just hopeless. And I've looked at pictures online, and every picture, it's a totally different tone. So my store doesn't have any of them in store, so I just thought, fine, I'll just order them online and choose a color and then return the rest. And another thing that they don't have is the ingredients. I can't find Pat McGrath lipstick ingredients anywhere. It's not on Pat McGrath's site or Sephora, so I need to see the ingredients before I use lipsticks because I'm allergic to so many. So anyway, I've ordered them, and those should be coming soon, and I'm only going to keep one, of course. And you're probably all rolling your eyes because I did give the Matte Trance lipsticks a really bad review. I wasn't happy. I bought the Peep Show color. I'll link that below if you want to watch my video on that. But this is the Luxe Trance, and apparently you put them on with one swipe, and they're super long lasting. So I'm looking for a nude long lasting lipstick. I bought that YSL one at the VIB sale, and I love it, but I just do not like the lack of longevity. It just doesn't last on me. So anyway, that was a bit of an impulse buy, so I'm only going to keep one, so I'll keep you guys posted on that. And I bought a cute little nail polish set. I used to always have my nails done at the salon, but now I've given up on gel nails because it was damaging my nails, so I do them myself, and I actually quite enjoy it. It brings me back to my teenage years painting nails and watching TV, and I kind of make an evening out of it, and it's kind of fun. So I bought a Deborah Lipman who is cruelty-free, and I bought a little duo set. I'll link it in here. So I'm looking forward to that with 2 new spring colors, so I'm looking forward to trying those. And I am one of the lucky people that got a Marc Jacobs bronzer. Oh, the drama. As you guys know, that was on my wish list, and I found out that it wasn't going to get launched till the 24th, which was the day after the sale. Then I got so many messages. Thank you so much to the ladies that got in touch with me to let me know that it was on the app for early VIB Rouge access. And because I'm in Canada, it wasn't showing up. All the other coconut products were showing up, but not the bronzer. And that was on Saturday. So I kept checking every hour. Literally, I kept looking to see if it would show up, and it didn't. Then it showed up on Sunday morning, but by then it had already sold out. So I put my name on the notify me when it comes back in stock, and it didn't come back. So I got up at 1:45 a.m. on the 23rd to buy this bronzer, and I crept out of bed. I ended up waking my husband up because he's a very light sleeper, to go and buy this bronzer. At 1:45 it was sold out. So I was confused as to, did it sell out immediately at midnight? Because I didn't get a back in stock email. So I thought, what's going on here? So I thought, well, maybe they just didn't launch it yet, so I'll check again. So then I got up at 4 a.m. and woke hubby up again, and the cats and everything, and I go, and it's still showing out of stock and still no back in stock email. Then I get up at 6 a.m. for the day and still nothing. So then I saw on Instagram, Trend Mood, she's fabulous at launches and letting you know about new products, and she said it's back in stock, and people are all writing, no it's not, it's out of stock, it's out of stock. So at 10 o'clock, I just happened to be looking, refreshing the page, it still said out of stock. Then I went to my Loves page, and it was sitting there, and it said add to cart. And I clicked add to cart, checked out, I got a confirmation email, it all went through, and literally seconds after I got the confirmation email, I then got a back in stock email. So I must have just been on the computer at the very moment that it launched. And then I heard through Instagram and things like that throughout the day, it was in, out, in, out, in, out. So anyway, if you are hoping to get one, I really hope that you got your hands on one. And if not, I think it is coming in store in a couple of weeks. And I've heard it will be permanent, but I don't think it'll come in that white and rose gold packaging. But you will be able to get your hands on one eventually. So anyway, fingers crossed that you guys got one. And last but not least, I thought I would just let you know what things I did return. So I've already mentioned the Too Faced Natural Face Palette I did take back. And I did also take back that second YSL lip color, that Melon Dior. As gorgeous as it was and unique of a color that it was, the longevity of those lipsticks is just terrible. And worse than that was the color it dried down to. Even though it was a pale melon peachy color, it dried down and wore off to a dark raspberry stain, which was a little too harsh for me. I don't like dark colors, so I ended up returning that one. I'm still sad about it, but I think that was the right thing to do. I don't think I would get a lot of wear out of it, and it was quite expensive. So anyway, that is the rest of my haul. I will keep you guys updated on what happens with the lipsticks and with this Bodywaver curler and my bronzer. I'll show you guys when I get that. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed today's video, and if you did, please click like, and if you'd like to see more of my videos, please hit the subscribe button and of course the notification bell, and then I hope to see you all very soon. Thanks for watching. Bye!